Yo, so we're back. Welcome to another stream. Uh, we're going to model the hammer right here. Oh, what was that? RX90, and we're just going to move this into view just like so. So that's cool. I think right here I can turn down the opacity, and I want to really move fast with this because I mean there's church tomorrow. I need to get to church on time. So anything I'm doing, I just need to move fast. So right here, we're going to start from the base, and I think we're going to start with the cylinder. Right, easy. I'm going to scale this down, scale down right around here, and I can just start extruding stuff. So I can extrude one, scale, extrude, scale, extrude, scale that in a little bit, extrude to this point, and I think at this point, GZ, I can scale out, right? And then Z again and just scaling. So that is for the handle, but then there are some articulations that needs to be clear for that handle to make sense, right? So right here I can rotate. Let's do rotate from 3D cursor right around here. I can GX, right? Then this part I want to scale. I want to scale from the bounding box. Then I think some of these I'm going to exaggerate just so I can get the form better. Because if I want to go with the exact same shape, it's just going to be insignificant. You might not even tell the difference. GC. So all of this, I'm going to just move around. I'm basically going to move this around. This. I think this can be moved to this side. Right here. This can be the next. Right here, right here. That's cool. I think around here I should add in a loop. No, I can't. I don't think I can do that. Can I? Yeah, it's already messing up the shape. And this face, I'm going to delete the face. All right, select this, and then I'm just going to grid fill. So that's cool. I would add in a sub D, but with this, I'm going to select boundary loops and just make that tighter. I feel like the main work in this model is going to be in the handle. I mean, the head rather. So with this, I can GG, GG, and C. Flip, apply that mirror. Select boundary loop, and then that's cool. Shade auto smooth. I'm going to go to the top and then just scale down and easy into the shape, basically. So that's cool. I'm going to go on to modeling the head. For that, I'm going to bring cursor to this point so that I can bring in a cube, GZ. Right. How am I going to go about this? I'm going to G up to this point, bring this to, let's say, somewhere around here. This would be around here. This would be around here. So I'm going to add in a loop at this point. I'm going to extrude, rotate, G, scale down. Then I need to scale down on that like so. I'm going to G and then scale again. But all the scaling is doing is like making it shrink. So I'm going to increase this out even more, and SY, increase this out even more. So that's cool right here. Maybe I'll just bevel this part, maybe less amounts. So that's good. This part right here, I want to G this. Wow. Bevel. That's good. Right here, I'm going to bring this up to this, or down to this point rather. And I will extrude, but scale that. Extrude, scale. Extrude, scale, and then extrude the main one. So, this part is going to be very, very, it's going to be really tricky, man. So I think the first thing I'm going to do, you see these two parts, I want to subdivide, right? So I can take this face and just turn this into a circle without stress, and then take this edge, do the same. I just hope this will be possible. Turn this into a circle. Right, this loop in between, I can dissolve those. So we have this, but there's, let me see, if I can't do this part, I'm going to leave it, but I'm seeing something like this, right? There's a shape going on there that looks like this, or let's say it goes like this instead. Right, I think same applies to somewhere around here too. Can add in one and just GG. Okay, so with that distinction made, I'm going to bring that our reference so I can see the head properly. Down to flip this to the other side, apply that mirror. Probably do the same to this side too. Like do something like this. K, 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 and then K, just like so. Right. It will GG, GG, and then GG. So that's cool. I think where we might even begin from might be, you see this entire line, can just delete it, delete this edge, or let's say delete these vertices first, then I can take this 1, 2, fill, take this edge, fill, 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 right? So I can run another line through these 2 points. Oh, probably need to bevel this edge. merge by distance. Okay, that's cool. We have that. I think same thing is going to apply to this also. So this through to here, vertices are going to be deleted. But we also need to do that K stuff around this side too. Am I even getting this stuff? Want to delete edges or vertices. Select this fill. No. Fill, 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 fill. See this part? I'm going to merge at last. Flip horizontal. That's cool. I'm going to apply that mirror. Then, this edge I can I Alt S? Can I do that? And then when I apply a sub D, we're going to have that crease in there. Is that possible? Join. So we're going to take this and then Alt S. No, Alt S in. Right. Flip. So when we add in a sub D, we can add some main crease to the sides. Let's see. Then if we add the main crease, what's that going to look like? Okay, not bad. I can flip this to the other side, apply that mirror, shade auto smooth, maybe increase that number of vertices of sub D rather. Okay. This part right here, I won't lie, I feel like it needs to be beveled, so I'm going to separate the entire loop, bevel that. But in beveling that, like, it just shows that this product needs to be okay. So I'm going to undo all of that main crease. And you see this right here, I'll merge at center, or merge at last rather. Right? All of this that went all the way to the end here. So these two, I'm just going to dissolve those two edges. Oh, I've messed this thing up. So maybe I'll just do same merge at last for all of this. Repeat, repeat, repeat. repeat. So this flip to the other side, apply mirror. Yep. What if I take this and GG out? Will that work? Or shade smooth? Hmm. Turn off that sub D and take out these edges. Turn back on the sub D. Let's see what it looks like. What if we decide to bevel this part? Will it still hold up? So we're going to select parts that we want to bevel. That's cool. This entire Obi, is it the entire thing? Will be beveled. And right here, I just add in that bevel. Flip, apply mirror. See these faces right here. These faces are just like a mess. So maybe I can delete these faces. Why? Delete. Select L select. Right here, I can extrude on the X. And then can I do grid fill? Let's see. I can do grid fill, but I don't think it's the shape. Can I select boundary and then bevel? Yeah. What if right here I stop the effect and turn this into a circle, and I can EX this, and let's do a grid fill. I'll probably want to, or maybe a normal fill, and then trap it. I don't think this scale is applied. Okay. I feel like this is too deep, but I'm fine with it actually. Um so this faces down here. I'm going to select boundary loops on those, and then bevel. So there's something going on here that needs to be sorted. I think all of this I'm just going to merge at last right here. Not still looking good. What if I take this and create another loop for its round here, and then same applies to this round here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bevel, let's do 3. What if I turn this off and basically just connecting? So or more. Okay, maybe I'll delete vertices. No, I'm not going to delete vertices because that face now is just a scary thing to fail. Can I dissolve edges? Dissolve, dissolve, right? Then this entire thing I'm going to merge at last right here. And then this, you see this edge, you're just going to have its own path right here. So maybe I can add this and we can just connect, right? And then you see this edge is no longer needed. I could select this and then join to this point, create some separation right here. Then this same one to would join. And GG. Let's see how it looks like on that subdivision. It's better. Maybe I can reduce the count on that subdivision too. But here too seems to have a problem. So I think it's just a, maybe I can even spread this out and then take out this part. So we'll have a diamond there. Let me see if it's going to work. Nope, not working. So I'm going to add a loop right here, add a loop right here. I'm just going to connect this straight down. J, J, select this to dissolve edge. C'est fini. So mirror this to the other side. Bring in this. That's cool. I feel like this makes the iron, I say the iron, the hammer looks very fragile. So I'm going to scale this up and GZ in. Yeah. And then I can make this tighter. Maybe select this two face and just select boundary loops on those. And then bevel. So we can bring in a cube, scale on the y-axis, right? And then gx to this point. So with this, I can create a difference boolean on that. And I mean, we're literally done with this hammer. There's something here. Let me see. I don't think I'm going to include it, but let me just see. It looks like something that has a mean crease actually. So from here up to here. Right. We could Alt S on that. And then maybe bevel, or let me undo that. I think I'm going to Alt S and then bevel like I just did. Just to create that crease. right? um Alt S first of all, and then bevel. Oh, that's going too far. Or I'm going to deselect this, and then we're going to do that process again. Alt S, and then bevel. So that's cool. Right here is where we need to add in another edge loop, and then use this to insert. That's cool. Oh, yeah. So yeah, that's I'm done. I just want to look at the proportion. The proportion looks off to me. All proportions is good. That's about it, guys. I'm going to flip to the other side like so, and apply that. Apply mirror. So that's about it. That's about it, fellas. I'm going to apply that boolean. I can take out the cutter. Hey, whoa, whoa. I need to apply sub D first of all before I apply the boolean. Then I can take out the cutter. So that's about it, guys. So long. I'll save this as day what. Let's see. This was really, really rushed. Let's see. I don't expect anyone to be on the stream, but let me just check. Yo, Roy Lee. Shout out to you, man. How are you doing? I'm about to end the stream. I hope like you gained one or two stuff from this. Thank you so much for dropping by. I'm just going to save this model. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I'm modeling a hammer right here. Done. This is day 71. Save day 71. We're going to save this day 71 as hammer. So that's cool. I'm going to pack all of that information into the blend file, and yeah, that is about it, guys. Shout out to you, Roy Lee. Thank you so much for joining the stream. We did this in less than 30 minutes. That's good. So long. And until I see you guys in the next one. Peace.